Heather. And this is the fan that's ruining my reading experience. How effing loud is that? Bro. Still working through Uncle Montague's Tales of Terror. It's banging. It's absolutely banging so far. I think it's like YA or like middle grade-ish. Creepy stories, creepy uncle. Banging. Still working through it. Look at this one. I think bats are cute.
Yeah.
Do you think they're cute?
Yeah.
Like, most people think they're gross and scary, but I think they're like little cute. They're like little mini dogs with wings.
He loves the beach. I think it's gross.
Okay, so this Uncle Montague thing is actually creeping me out quite hardcore, especially since it's dark. Okay, like I know I said, was it like The Haunting of Evelyn Jones or whatever? It was a kid's book, and also it was quite actually scary. And I was super embarrassed because I was like, oh my god, isn't this supposed to be a child's book? And it's actually creeping me out. But that's really the only one like that I came across until this one. Like, it is for kids, right? Like, is it just me? Because it seems super creepy. Like, there's this one. Where's this kid? And he moves in with his dad. Like, the dad's the new vicar in town, and he moves into the vicarage with him. And people are talking about like how the old vicar sort of went a bit mad because like 500 years ago in that vicarage, the vicar then like summoned some sort of demon or something, and it's all very hush hush, like don't talk about it, blah blah blah. But then they say, oh, there's no other children in the village, you know, like you're gonna be without, you know, anyone to play with to this kid who was like 10 years old or whatever. And he's like, no, it's cool, I found someone, there's someone there, it's a kid. And then like they're sort of describing it like he starts sort of like removing himself, or like distancing himself emotionally from his family and stuff, like not giving a shit what they think, and he's hanging out with his friend more and more, and like they just sort of like describe his facial features as like a deep grin, like a Cheshire cat, you know, just all the time. And then his mother sort of goes out and finds him hammering like dead animals, or like actually like live animals, to a board. Says, oh, I'm doing it for my friend. And then the mom sort of looks and it's like a cat, but then she looks again and she's like, it's not a cat, it's like a weird demon thing. Like, I actually found that quite like scary. Like, is it just me? I feel like it's just me. But I mean, I'm not hating it, obviously. I'm enjoying it, but it's, you know, kind of scary. Can we please talk about the quality of the toilet paper in this hotel? Like, please. Okay, when I'm on holiday, I'm eating like a pig and I'm pooping like one. Like, this is just like tissue. It's like, it's nothing. Like, I'm gonna need something more substantial and like better quality. Like, seriously, how much does toilet paper possibly cost in Spain? Okay, like, this is just a cheap out that I find unacceptable. The baby's been busy while I was in the bathroom. Beautiful. Okay, I have finished Uncle Montague's Tales of Terror. I am definitely giving that 5 stars. It was so good. Like, it was super scary though, mind. Like, the very ending. So all of the tales are really sort of like go together really nicely. Like, and the ending is how you find out how they're all related to each other, and it's like related to the uncle and why he's so creepy, and like why the house is so creepy and everything as well. And that scene was actually like, I'm the only one up at the minute. Like, my kid and my husband are sleeping, and I was sort of just like in the dark reading next to them, like like fully getting the heebie-jeebies off a book just like meant for kids basically in the nighttime. So that was the book for the 16th. So now our book for the 17th of September, 17th book, is Patricia Highsmith's Little Tales of Misogyny. Like, I really like Patricia Highsmith. I've read, what one did I read? I read it with Bert, like as like a buddy read. The Blunderer, that's what it was. It was really good. And I have other ones at home,
you know, like Deep Water and Strangers on a Train. Like I love her and I want to read loads of her stuff. So this one is part of like a series, I think, of like Penguin 60s, like books that were published by Penguin and were written in the 60s, I think. And I got a couple of these free at the book hut in COVID and I haven't read them yet. I've been trying to sort of like save them up for a good occasion. So now I think I might just read 3 of them like one day in a row like that, because being on vacation with this Montague one, this book isn't long. It's only like 200 pages or whatever, but still it took me all day to do it, because like when you're on vacation you don't there's a huge variance between how much you're going to read. Like maybe there's a day where you literally read all day and you knock out loads of pages, and then other days you just don't do anything. So I thought, to be safe and still like have enjoyment in the books that I'm reading and not feel pressured, I'm gonna go with these ones. But apart from just time concerns, I am actually legitimately super fucking excited to read this. Like, come on. Little Tales of Misogyny, Patricia Highsmith. Look at this cover. If this book isn't like the best book of Shorty September, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
Okay, I'm really liking this book, but it's weird. It's basically savagely skewering social norms to do with women and their place, you know, what we expect of women in society and sort of men in response to those things. So like the first story, this guy asks a dad for his girlfriend's hand, and he chops it off and gives it to him. And then like the police come and they're like, why did you ask for this man to chop off his daughter's hand and give it to you? And he's like, but I didn't, I just wanted to marry her, you know, like whatever. And then he's in jail and he's like, I understand now that it was completely inappropriate for me to ask for her hand. And he's telling it to another prisoner, and the other prisoner's like, what do you mean? I asked for my wife's hand and we got married. And then he just like basically is like, what? And then goes insane and dies. And there's like another one where it's like a cave woman, and she's the ideal woman because she's a bit stupid. She doesn't have a lot of really clever things to say. You know, she doesn't fight back too much. She's very amenable. She's very jolly and upbeat all the time. She's not bad to look at, but she's not absolutely gorgeous. Her beauty's not intimidating in this way. Do you know what I mean? And she's just basically the town bike. Like everyone gets on that because it's the perfect bike. And she's fine with it, you know, because she's obviously amenable, you know. And then she's like murdered by a jealous wife, and then the husband who was getting on that kills the wife for killing her, and then he's killed by another jealous wife. Like it's all just ridiculous, but just sort of, you know, a savage critique really of like what is expected of women and how we look at women and how we talk to them. Do you know what I mean? And I'm enjoying it. Like, it's ridiculous, obviously, but I don't know. In like a super salty way, I'm for. I don't know how I feel about this book. Like, so I'm more than halfway through it. I'm more than halfway. And I enjoy it, you know, like I like the stories. I like how, you know, just fed up and salty they are about like how women are treated, you know, and just how society is run and made up. Like, why do we have these rules? They're stupid. And I love that, like, clearly Patricia Highsmith, like, she's just fed the fuck up, you know, like she's just hit her like line for this sort of bullshit too many times, and she's just written a story every time like, okay, and now there's gonna be a fucking gay woman and she's just gonna be stupid because that's how they like us to be, you know. Like, she's clearly just woman on the edge, and I feel that. I'm really enjoying it, but they're all like that, all these stories, and really each story is only like a page or two long, and there's like 100 pages. Like, that's how many stories are like that. And it's not that every story is the same. Like, there's, you know, she's really clever and imaginative. Like, there's loads of different setups. There's like an artist's college where all of the artists blow up and then like they just do ballet in the sky. And like there's one where it's like
a middle-aged housewife and she's at like a women's liberation movement or something meeting, and people are like shouting these things into the void, and then she shouts in and she says, but you need your husbands to take care of you, and everyone's like, and then it just like erupts into like a food fight melee with like women throwing their shopping at her, and she gets hit in the head with a tin of beans and dies. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're all different and I enjoy them, but the vibe of them is like, what's this word? Jamie, what's the word for something when you write it and you make it really ridiculous in order to like lambast something? Like satire! Fuck. It's just a really intense version of that over and over and over again for a really long time. And I think, I don't know, like, maybe it's too many tales of misogyny in one go. Like, I don't believe I'm saying that because it doesn't seem the kind of thing that I would say. But I think I've maybe had enough of them now. Okay, Dunzos. Denzaroni, I've finished it, and I think my sort of assessment of it is going to stick pretty much on par with what I was saying earlier, like maybe 3 stars, but not because Patricia Highsmith isn't the fucking queen. Like, she's still amazing as far as I'm concerned. I love her writing style. I love what she creates and the people she creates. Like, I feel like as a person, she's probably a fucking amazing person. Like, she's dead now, right? Like, R.I.P. But I feel like, you know, if she was alive and I could have met her, that would have been fucking amazing. And for the first half of this, I think my hotel is literally under attack. Do you hear that? But for the first half of this, I was like, fucking yes, girl, get it. Fucking tell them how it is, you know. But then, like, by halfway, you're like exhausted. Okay, you can't stay in that like angry, fired up place for too long before like you lose yourself emotionally. Like, I was just drained, I was exhausted. I was like, can we just get a fucking sandwich, you know, and talk about stuff we like for 10 minutes? Like, it was just too many of them all at once. Half of this book and then another book and then the other half of this, I think, would be the perfect reading situation. But as it is all together, I say 3 stars. Okay, today is my very last day taking that 25 to 34 age box. Okay, like, it sounds like I'm happy about it. It sounds like I'm okay with that being the case. Like, I'm not okay. But I feel like, you know, give me a couple days and I'll be okay. Anyway, my birthday's tomorrow, and the book that I plan for tomorrow is Juno Diaz, The Cheater's Guide to Love. Irresistibly erratic protagonist, sweeps you in poetic energy, rehearses a broad repertoire of bad behavior. I don't know. We'll see. This one's also a smallie because I don't want to, you know, be stressed on my birthday. Any comments, any questions at all, lay them on me. How's your Shorty September going? Have you read these books? Have you not read these books? Do you have any thoughts? And I will see you tomorrow. Okay. Bye bye bye.